All right, I've had a recent jaunt through some classic Sword and Sorcery and some not so classic Sword and Sorcery. Uh, Reading, let me make sure I'm still on. Yeah, I'm still on. Reading Elric, which will probably go down as maybe my favorite, surprise of the year. Really liking that. I finally got my hands on Swords and Deviltry, which is book one of the Fafhrd and Grey Mouser sagas. I think there's 6 of those, so I have those in my possession now. I will probably start the next one next month, and I'll get back to you. I read, the first book in the Riyria I don't even know how to pronounce that, but I read the first one. And technically, this book is divided into 2 books, so that's what I mean when I've read the first one. I've read the first, sub book or whatever, and I'll read the next one probably next month as well. And I am currently reading The Lord of a Shattered Land, which it's so disappointing that we won't get a 4th and a 5th book of this, but so far I'm really enjoying it. So I will have a ranking of how things go, how November went, and maybe every so often I'll check in on what are of these types of classic Sword and Sorceries or new types of Sword and Sorcery. And I don't know if this one really counts, but it kind of seems like that. I'll let you know what I'm enjoying. At the moment, I kind of let go of the heroes. I'm on the last day of this stinking siege, and the last 150 pages, I look at it, and it looks like just volumes and volumes. That's how little I care about it at the moment. A little bit same with Deathstalker. I'm enjoying it, but it's a little bit bloated, and I'm just feeling more... When I read it, I just want to read some of these other things, but I do want to finish both of those books before it really gets too far away and I just can't finish it. But I do want to finish them. I did make myself, in honor of this new little jaunt, I made myself out of a paperback that I didn't really love. There was like a red paperback that I got a while back, and in honor of these new Sword and Sorcery or old ones that I've been enjoying so much, I got some cowhide, and I made this little hardcover, 1 of 1. So pretty cool, eh? I'll probably do that with some more books if I figure. I think I'd like to do that to some of my favorite classics, at least, like Frankenstein and Dracula and things. And I already have a bunch of editions of those anyway, and why not make my own? So anyway, if you like that. So I will talk to you guys soon. I think I will have maybe a full review of this once we finish the series. I'm going to try to do reviews once I finish the series more often than not, rather than just after a book 1. I'll mention the books that I really like in the rankings at the ends of the month. But I'd like to hold off on some individual reviews as much as I can for, once I'm done Elric, do a full review of that. And once I'm done the Fafhrd or whatever it is, and once I'm done maybe the first 3 of these, and, So, which books have you been liking recently, and which of these have you read, and which of this I'm stumbling. Which of this genre was the word I'm trying to look for? Which of the genre, or in the genre, do you really like? I also read Paul Anderson's The Broken Sword, which I liked a fair bit. Don't know how these will all rank, but I've enjoyed this journey so far. And it's pushed out books like Ashes of Man. No, not Ashes of Man. Shadows Upon Time and The Strength of the Few, which were my 2 most anticipated books of the year. And I've pushed them out for like old crap and indie stuff. I don't think this was... Oh, it is from Baen. Okay. Really looking forward to December. I don't know what my TBR will be, but it'll probably be some more of what I have been reading to just finish that up while I'm mood reading those. And I hope to get back, some series. I'd like to get back to some Star Wars EU. I'm thinking of getting back to Wizard and Glass, finishing the Journey of the Dark Tower. We'll see. We'll see how the mood, when the mood strikes. It will be another run through Wizard and Glass. I really love Roland. And I'm very interested in aspects of it. I don't love his supporting cast. Is the problem? That's my main problem with this series. Kind of. I just want the Roland and Jack show, and that's sort of it. So, anyway, what other one should I continue? I do have my eye on a number of things, but at the moment they're kind of pushed to the back. And instead of looking too far in the future for what I'm going to read, I'm trying to do it just at a month at a time. And even then, when I'm finished a book, sometimes at the last page, I'll look up at my shelf and something else will just kind of call to me. So I'm sure that happens with a lot of you as well. So I've been thinking about my top 10 for the year as well. And I don't know how I'm going to possibly do that because I'm such a recency bias guy. Whereas I'm going to have to really sit on it and think, because there are a number of books that I gave 5s, and I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I would look back on them the same way. So we'll see. We'll see. And I'll talk to you guys soon, but I do think I know what will be my number 1. That's pretty much in stone. Maybe my 1 and 2. So talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.